No stipulation.
And joining us is?
I am Sherri Murphy, and I am with the Harvest radio station.
Awesome.
Now, you were talking about a horse you were riding or something?
Yeah. Some people that in Virginia in 2019 that drive their horse to the dollar store, to Walmart.
Really?
Park the horse, go get what they want, get back on the horse and go home. And they said, at least they don't have to buy gas.
Mm-hmm. If I had a horse, I would absolutely use it for that
And my
purpose.
husband was like, really? In 2019?
Yes.
Yes, in Virginia.
I think on the DMV test, it has questions in there about horses and tractors and who gets the right of way.
In some places they do.
Yeah.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Absolutely.
Because you have to consider that, like I said, in Bluffville, Arkansas, you probably will see riding lawnmowers parked outside of the local penny saver with a basket on the front.
What about the golf cart?
That's right.
There is a lady outside of my gym that actually has a golf cart. They drop the kids actually get dropped off at the corner where the bus comes. But she brings the golf cart and she picks them up and rides them back down. Well, I don't know where they stay, but it's just literally the neighborhood right adjacent to the gym. They come out and
Well, they got those motorized scooters now. The motorized scooters.
Yeah.
Wait, do you remember when mopeds were the big thing?
Uh-huh.
It was like Asia.
I was
so
supposed
many
to get one when I was 15. I was supposed to get a moped.
But Santa
and that
never
was on
brought
my
it.
Christmas list. And
Did it happen?
it didn't because I got bamboozled. Because my parents told me, either we can buy you a moped when you turn 15, or we can get you a car when you turn 17. So I waited 2 years. I opted for the car. And it didn't come until age 19. So I'd end up waiting 4 years. I could have had a moped riding around for 4 years.
Let me tell you.
I had to have that deferred gratification.
But this is who you are today. You know how they say if you could go back and tell your younger self something? This is what I hear older Dr. Biz telling younger Dr. Biz at the time. Take the moped. And then when you turn 17, sell the moped. And then give your parents the money from the moped saying, here's my deposit towards my car. See, that was before
That's right.
negotiations came in.
Exactly.
So.
End up getting the best of both worlds on time. And then they think you're responsible because you're contributing towards the upgrade. Because, we live in an upgrade society.
Oh, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
everything got to be upgraded these days. Every time a new iPhone come out, there go the lines.
I will
don't
never be a
understand.
crack phone user.
Yeah.
I call them iPhone crack phones
That's
because
right.
if you drop it, it's gonna crack.
Right.
And then once you get one, it seems like people are addicted to it.
Right.
And they rob you because you have to get all
the
the
new accessories.
gadgets
That's why
and
they
stuff
keep
like
doing
that.
it.
Exactly.
Because they know.
And
But
the
yet
fool
people
we
keep doing
are,
it. Right.
right?
Their minds are conditioned.
And I call as many people with my phone on their iPhone as they do. My bill $300 cheaper, and my stuff lasts longer.
But it's the whole thing with regards to oxygen. There's oxygen in the air.
Yes.
We breathe it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. But you know what? I'm going to charge you $1 a minute to go to this oxygen bar
Yes,
and breathe oxygen for $1 a minute.
but it's infused.
If people
yeah.
can figure out a way to charge human beings for breathing air, they would.
They will, and they do.
And there's literally a movie. There's literally
I
a
need to see
movie
that.
where they charge people for air.
Yes.
And if you don't pay, they literally turn the air off and you suffocate. Literally. It's just like water.
Do you know the name of it?
Not off the top of my head.
Who was in it? Because I think I remember what you're talking about. No. I'm thinking about the one where they repossess your body parts.
That's different. Right.
So if you had say you needed a liver transplant, and you got it, but you didn't pay your bill, they come and get your liver
They
back.
repossess your liver. Yeah. So literally, because it costs money.
Funny.
It costs money. So, for example, if you get a heart transplant, in order to keep the heart, the liver, or the whatever healthy, there is a medicine regimen that you're required to do for the rest of your life in order for your body not to reject that body part.
Right.
If you cannot afford the aftermath, the post regimen, they won't give you the part. Because the part's going to end up dying, so we're not going to put a dead part, a live part in a body that's going to end up rejecting it because you can't afford the medicine.
Right.
So I see people now coming up with strategies where they will lend money based upon your regimen, and if you don't pay back that bill, well, we're going to take back the liver and put it into somebody else, and then take that money to pay off your bill type thing. So let's repossess it. And recycle.
How about you just eat right, drink water, do what you're supposed to.
That's where I'm at. I've recently become a vegan.
Okay.
Really?
No, you haven't.
I have.
You say vegan, but you really a vegetarian.
Are you vegan lifestyle or vegan dietary?
Let me be honest. Okay.
Okay.
Vegan-ish.
I eat
vegan
fish.
with a little bit of pork. No.
I eat
You're
fish.
pescatarian.
So I don't eat chicken anymore.
We're pescatarians.
We're pescatarians.
Okay, all right.
So
all right.
it's
well,
only
thank
seafood.
you for correcting me on
Yes.
the terminology.
We've heard people say that before, but then when they break it down, it's like not quite that. You're actually that.
My first lady told me that she was a vegan, and I was like, no. She said, no, I am a vegan now. I was like, are you sure? She said, yeah. I said, well, that leather skirt you had on last Sunday, I'm going to need that. And I'm going to need all your Michael Kors and all. She's like, what? I was like, vegans have no animal base.
Right.
Nothing.
No,
well, you know
nothing
what?
to do
My
with
cousin
animals.
said to me, we're on the same page with this. You know, she's
Pescatarian.
and so we were talking about honey, and she said, "Are you going to continue eating honey?" And I was like, "Honey, really? I mean, it's bees. It come from bees.
It's an animal. Absolutely.
I still don't think I've wrapped my mind around that,
Right.
Because I don't see a bee.
So what you gonna have with? So you get to heaven, you can't have milk or honey.
Yeah.
You gonna starve. I'm like, just fill me up, Lord, because I can't eat the milk and honey.
The biggest thing, I mean, I love chicken wings. So for me to give up chicken wings and ice cream, chicken wings and ice cream, love
Now
ice
you
cream.
can actually
'Cause I
still
don't do
have.
dairy.
I was gonna say you can still have ice cream.
Yeah.
You can have ice cream
Because they have almond milk ice cream. They have silk ice cream.
Right, not made
so
with
non-dairy.
eggs, not made
Right,
with dairy or
with
anything
the
like
cow,
that.
yeah.
It's almost more sherbety though, more like Italian ice. I used to make my own ice
Really?
cream. I had an ice cream maker years and years ago, and time. First, let's get that right.
You
I had time.
You had a lot of time on your hands to be trying to
and
make
an ice
some
cream maker. I did.
That takes some work.
And I literally just get my.
You had a machine?
It was a machine. Yeah, it was I can't even remember the brand or whatever. But, you just get your fruit and stuff like that. And, it came with a little recipe book. But I would kind of alter it, because I didn't do milk or dairy at all either. So just changing it and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I mean, I really, really, really love ice cream. So it's really huge for me to eliminate that or maybe do a substitute because
Right.
some things, that you really love, you indulge too much. And that's, for me, ice cream is one.
I always say I will punch a 5th grader in the throat in front of their mom for some key lime pie. And look, the kid ain't even got to have a pie. Like, they be like, I'll give you pie, you punch them.
What you gonna do?
The threat of pie.
Right. But there's 2 things I don't ever want to know how to make. One, I don't ever want to know how to make key lime pie. And then there was something else I said I didn't want to know how to make because I literally would live off of it and be big as a house. So I don't want to know. But, and I don't disrespect my snacks when I do get them. If I'm going to get key lime pie, it's not going to be at the frozen food section of Walmart. It is going to be somebody got a sore arm and carpal tunnel because they were squeezing limes and, and churning the whole batter or whatever that is.
So what do we do with in our families with the soul food dinners and the mac and cheese and candy yams?
That's your family. We talking about the rest of America.
So we were raised in Germany, first of all.
Okay.
So
She had her
we
little
do.
bratwurst or
I said we do our little soul
sauerkraut.
food thing, but longevity.
She don't know about no soul food.
She don't.
Yeah,
Wait.
We took her
did I
black
hear
card.
Arkansas?
We took her black card away.
Come on
Arkansas,
now.
We do
really?
know about,
I don't
we do
believe
know about
that.
mac and
I
cheese
can't
and
believe
sweet
that.
potatoes.
No,
Now listen, this is where soul food was actually healthier. Everything that we ate, you had to go in the backyard to get it. It wasn't going to the store. If Big Mama went to Piggly Wiggly or the Penny Saver, it was for some charcoal to put on the grill or something like that, or some Murphy pine oil or something. But the vegetables, and then our Papa Black, he had the farm with the animals on it. So I never wanted to be a part of whatever they was about to chop a head off or hit in the head or kill or anything like that. But we did know soul food, our soul food just didn't come out of a can.
Right.
It came out of
that's
the
a
ground.
good thing. You ate off the land.
We did. We did.
But try explaining to a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old that Fifi the goat that they were playing with the day before is now on their plate because instead of killing the fatted calf,
The whole concept.
Eat your dinner.
the
Shut up.
fatted goat. Seriously, no, I'm dead serious, and I had to try to explain to them. It's like, okay, so do I say Fifi ran away, or do I say you're eating
She
Fifi?
got hit by a car?
Exactly. I'm trying to figure
Fifi
out
left
what
us
you know.
something. Fifi feels us. The memories of Fifi will always resonate in your
The thing
stomach.
is that dead animal is you're putting death in your body. You know, we're supposed to eat foods that
Eat it live then.
give life.
Eat it live.
Catch Fifi and bite
Eat
it.
it live.
Yeah. Isn't that what cannibals do or whatever?
No.
Remember cannibals?
No,
They
cannibals eat people, but not,
live. They don't cook them.
they don't eat live people. They're dead people.
Yeah, but they don't cook 'em.
Vampires might
Okay,
bite somebody alive.
Vampires
Y'all
exist.
making me think of, remember the Jeffrey Dahmer case?
Yeah. But they
Did
were
he
all
cook?
dead.
Yeah, he cooked them.
He cooked it.
Yeah, he prepared them.
He was a connoisseur.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, had him a whole
Yeah.
tasting party type thing. Invite folk
people over. Yeah.
Yes.
Hannibal Lecter. Clarice.
This is the
Clarice.
pepito. Yes, that's been sautéed and with remoulade sauce and
There's
Yes.
nothing new under the sun. Is
it's
it?
like pig feet.
Wow. Really? Because we know?
Yeah, a human toe tastes just like pig feet.
And how do we know?
Because I had a human toe.
Tell the truth, shame devil.
What?
When you
I
have
can't.
when?
What you mean when?
There's
Back then.
only one.
I had it. That's all you need to know.
Did we talk about honesty?
We did. We started out.
We started out.
with
What?
honesty.
We did.
Yeah, I could have had. I sucked on a toe before.
That is different from having, and I don't want to know that story at all.
You know, I want to say I can really appreciate you and your family coming up living off of the land because that's not my story. I was born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where she spent
No, we
her
went to the
days.
grocery store.
And got that potted meat.
That scrapple animal.
Scrapple animal that ran around.
But I'm really a country girl at heart.
Right. My father was from Stanford, North Carolina, and my mother was in Arkansas or somewhere. But we were a military family, so we took the little bit that we did experience in the U.S., but we were raised in Germany, and I do remember the village. We actually stayed in a village. There's a man with a mule that would come around with a wagon full of vegetables, and that's where you got your vegetables from. Wow. He was a local farmer. Now, being military, there was a military installation. There was a commissary, and we would visit that for washing powder and things like that. But it was farther away, and my dad actually had us in where we could get the cultural experience.
Right.
And we had, if you want meat, you get it that day from the butcher. Like they would be in there skinning, and I didn't do. I can't go to the butcher. I can't pick up nothing. You can bring it back, but I don't want to see rabbits hanging up with no skin on
I have this
them.
visual.
Yeah, ducks with their neck like this.
Yeah.
My mother used to do.
Nazar.
Go hunting and bring back deers and rabbits and used to like literally skin them. Chickens and stuff, be plucking feathers. All that
right.
stuff. And it was.
Papa did that. I never ever. That's why it was easy to be a vegetarian.
You know what I'm
and
thinking of
choose it.
now is this video that my husband pulled up on online because we were watching something And this young man said, well, this is why I don't eat anything like sausage, anything that's grinded anymore, because he saw this video online, and my husband pulled it up, and some type of machinery where they're just throwing animals. I mean, horses, cows, pigs, everything, and just dumping the whole animal in there. Yeah. And you'll see a horse with his neck cut off and his legs up here and all this, and you can't help but think, am I eating this?
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All the leftovers and everything.
One of those movies, it was like one of those, it's on the tip of my tongue, white guy out in London, secret agent type thing, and
007 thing?
It was like a 007, but
Mission
funnier.
Impossible.
And they had all these different gadgets.
Right.
They make a book of it?
And stuff.
Inspector Gadget?
It was like an Inspector
Sherlock
Gadget,
Holmes?
But no. It was a scene where the dastardly villain woman was in the
I
diner.
remember.
Right.
I remember that. I don't know the name of it.
Killed the guy.
Yes.
Put the guy in the grinder.
In the meat grinder.
In the meat grinder.
Ooh.
And made a
And
hamburger.
Made a hamburger.
And then had his
served it
replacement
to the replacement.
Wow.
Yeah. It was actually the person that betrayed her.
Right.
Somebody had betrayed her on her team.
So that was her
vindictive.
her revenge.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the Kingsman.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes,
The Kingsman.
I think it was 2.
The Statesman
this
or the
one.
Kingsman?
They were King Lee statesmen. They told Taylor thing instead of Taylor.
They was very, very well refined.
This last suit you'll
Very
ever have to wear
British.
kind of thing.
Good day, sir. It's a pleasure to be with
Gadgets.
you.
See, that would be me.
I'm delighted.
That would be good.
All day. I'd have all the gadgets. Press a button, turn into a bulletproof vest or something or whatever. Press another button.
I thought it was gonna be Iron
darts.
Man.
That too. Okay, I can be more than one person.
Yeah, it's called schizophrenia.
That's popular these days.
Really? But they call it the Sasha Fierce.
You need some medicine?
They call it your inner Sasha
It's your inner
Fierce.
Sasha Fierce, right? Everybody got that dual personality type thing. Today you Iron Man, next day you Superman, next day you Wonder Woman.
You can be what you want to be, right? Whatever you want to be.
That's
That's
the
what my
world we live
grandmother
in.
told me. You can be whatever you want to be if you put your mind to it.
My mom
And I
regret
believed
telling
her.
me
That's
that.
right.
I was the
believed her.
same thing. My mom
you
used to say
gonna come
you
here
can
next
do
week as a man?
anything you want.
Okay.
I love
all my curves, hunty.
I love what God made me.
Right. Thank you for the
Isn't it nice
cramps.
being a woman?
Thank you for the
High five on that. I
Just
love being a
saying.
woman.
I
That's not what y'all. Right, never mind.
I don't know. No, yes. Good job. Good job.
Comments.
People used to ask me if
everything.
people used to ask me, like if I wanted kids. And my answer remains the same. I love knowing I have the power to reproduce. I don't want to use my powers for good or evil. So
Okay, so we
I'll
have
just
that
keep
in
it
common.
there.
But I wanted
just-
to.
I have the
But I
power to
did once-
I did many years ago.
I
did.
did.
reproduce as well.
But no, you can't do what we do.
No.
I can do it better.
No, you can do it faster and be gone. That's what you can do.
No.
You can. Now, remnants of you will remain for the next 18, 20 years in my house.
No, I'm talking about what they do in Area 51. The whole
Here
cloning
you
thing.
go.
Oh,
They
okay.
clone people.
You can't clone
They clone.
anybody, though.
I've heard of that.
You can't. I'm not gonna live. I'm not gonna leave. First of all, you don't eat pinky toes, and you don't have a secret lab. I'm gonna need you to find something you really do.
Let's come back to reality.
But people clone people.
Focus.
They clone chickens and they clone dogs and
Scientists,
cats.
that's their thing.
That's
Yeah, I read somewhere. I read a lot.
Mm-hmm.
In one of my books, I read that President Obama is cloned. I don't believe it, but
see when you have
I
money,
don't. I just don't believe it.
you invest in.
I
Stuff.
believe in that, but I don't believe that Obama is cloned.
Could be. And it could be my money that's helping to fund it. Because
Pay taxes. Our
when you
tax
have
dollars,
money,
yeah.
you invest money. You see the prospectus and everything that this is what
It's going
AT&T
towards.
does, or this what this person does, or this what else out. You see, but you don't know their research and development
Right.
department is up to.
And research.
So my investments go to that company, and they're gonna use a part of that for their R&D, and their R&D is cloning. So indirectly, I'm funding cloning projects.
How do you feel about that?
Horrible. It is a travesty. But it's not like they're going to tell me.
I'm like, if you call me, just get it right.
What you don't know
Get it
won't hurt.
right.
Exactly.
If you're going to
Pay
call
your
me,
taxes
get it right.
April 15th, and we're going to take a portion of them taxes, and we're going to clone folk, and we're going to do something with them, some aliens, and we're going to kill the ozone layer and do all this other stuff, experimental, put satellites up and whatever to control the weather and all that kind of stuff.
While you taking a bath.
Well, that's what I
right.
mean about the government. The government, they, if they could charge us for air, for breathing air, they
of
would.
course.
Give us some time.
Come on, I was going to say something.
Give us
I
some
don't know
time.
if it'll be in our lifetime.
Probably not, but it's
We used to save up for college funds for our kids. Now we got to save up for air. Mommy, is this for my college fund? That's for your air fund,
Can you
baby.
imagine
No.
though how you can put a charge on that? I mean, what a dollar amount per second? Or you get in 60 minutes, you get a certain amount of breaths that you can that you can breathe. But how can they gauge it? Put a monitor on you.
Put a
or
monitor
something?
on you. There was actually a movie. I think it was
watch a lot of
called
movies.
Time, and you would actually buy time, and the time that you bought dealt with your longevity of life, and you had to do certain things to replenish the time, and then there were people that would steal time. So you can steal time by grabbing your wrist, you grab my wrist, we turn it a certain way, and now I get the additional time, and now you die. So they would allocate.
like
So
synchronizing.
your currency was actually time, not the dollar bill. And depending upon how much what you did, that then dictated the amount of time that you had. And then there were churches and stuff. They would give away time. Because instead of giving away money and giving away
homeless
food,
come and get time
the
and
homeless
stuff.
would actually come and get time because they weren't working, so there was
Right.
no way for them to earn time.
Right.
So literally, if they can put it, see, people be
Yeah.
sleeping on stuff. If they can put it on
in
the
the
silver
movie.
screen,
Oh,
if
yeah.
they can make a movie out
That's
of it
right.
and invest millions of dollars into this concept,
Yes, it's already been thought of.
if it's in a person's mind,
Oh, yeah.
there's somebody smart enough out there. They
put it
putting all the
together.
dots
In your
together.
mind is already energy.
You got it. Yeah. Because you got people out there, they will take the absolute impossible and make it possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
How can people get in contact with you, Sherri? How can they buy homes from you and sell homes through you and that kind of fun stuff?
I can be reached at 704-449-5048. And anyone that is looking to buy a home or is looking to sell a home, whether you're looking to downsize or upsize, if you're moving into the Charlotte area, I can help you with your relocation. I love working with buyers and sellers, and it's not work for me. Because when you enjoy what you do like I do, it's not
ministry.
work, it's ministry. Exactly. I'm also an investor. So if you know someone or if you yourself need to sell something really fast, my husband and I, we buy homes in any condition and any shape. So once again, you can reach me at 704-449-5048. My website is sherrimurphy.com. That's Sherri with an I, SHERRI.
You have a brothel for sale?
Oh, what?
A brothel.
Family, we thank you.
What? A brothel? What? That out in Las Vegas.
What
Because
you-
we're
what
in
you
Las
do
Vegas for
with
the
the
Stella
homeless.
Awards and stuff. So I don't know if you.
The rest of
you
us with the
reached
Stella,
out
he was
there.
at a brothel.
It's coming.
I was not at a brothel.
You was, because you couldn't find one?
No.
Or you couldn't find a way to break away so nobody saw you go to one?
None of the above. You would want it to thunder down under.
Hey! It was lightning, man. It was a cloudy day.
What happens in Vegas
crikeys.
stays in Vegas. Yes. Family, you're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media,
The voice of the community. Tell them my business. I went to pass out tracks.
Oh,